Final section we are going to talk about is about research design. Uh, like, what exactly is a research design? When we talk about research design, is an overall strategy or a plan that researcher employs to integrate the different components of a study in a coherent and a logical way. That means it is like, how are we going to approach the study we have? Like, because the design is the one that is going to help you connect the data you are going to, the methods of data collection, the methods of sampling, and and even like different types of instruments you are going to use. All of these are going to be influenced by the research design. It's the overall strategies you are going to use. So for each type of method, like we have qualitative, quantitative, and mixed methods, each of them have different research designs. Okay, so I'm going to go deeply into each of them. When you talk about quantitative research design, we have like around 5 types of designs. The first is about, it's called experimental design. Experimental design, from the name, it means like we have to do experiments. And here we have like dependent variable and we have the independent variable. The experiments we do is focused on the independent variable. So we start manipulating the value of the independent variable multiple times, and we observe, each time we observe the effect on the dependent variable. So this is the experimental, is about doing experiments and changing and manipulating the independent variable and observing the effect on the dependent variable. And it has multiple statistics called ANOVA, ANCOVA, and paired sample test, where we compare the values of different experiments we did. The second is about survey design. When we talk about survey design, we want to understand like a population, a large population, in a better way. Okay, either we understand the trends, the patterns, the opinions, the behaviors, the attitudes of that population. And here we use it in two different ways. Either we understand we study the population at one point in time, okay, or we understand the population and like we call it the one point in time, we call it cross-sectional. But when we understand the population in different time periods, like multiple time period, okay, like we check like each month, we measure, we go and calculate, we check the behaviors, the attitudes, and the patterns. This is called longitudinal, and it also has different statistics: descriptive, cross, and chi, goodness, and these types. The third type is correlational. When we talk about correlational design, it's mainly about the relationship between the variables. Okay, we want to understand the strengths of the relationship, whether the independent variable has a strong relationship with the dependent variable, and we also want to understand the direction of the relationship. Okay, so this is like the correlation is all about relationship between the independent variables and the dependent variables, the strengths and the direction of the relationship. Here we have multiple statistics like the Pearson, Spearman, regression analysis, path analysis, and others. And the fourth type is called ex post facto design. From the name, this means when we talk about ex post facto, it's just like investigation. We want to understand a phenomena in a better way. Okay, we want to understand a phenomenon in a better way, understand the causes of a phenomenon, something that already happened, by going back in time. We go back in time, okay, in order to understand the causes, okay, of this phenomena and why it happened. And it also has multiple types of tests according to the video. And we have number 5 is what is called causal comparative design. The causal comparative design is mainly about comparing different groups. Like if you have maybe like you conduct the independent, you check the relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable for males. You also check for maybe like for females, and then you compare whether there is a difference in the cause and effect relationship between the two groups. And so this is about comparing groups, the causal comparative. And it also has multiple tests like the ANOVA, ANCOVA, MANOVA, and the tests. So this is about the quantitative research design.